America's Mailbox. What is it and who might want to use their services? Well, America's Mailbox is located in Box Elder, South Dakota, which is just on the outskirts of Rapid City. You could pretty much consider it Rapid City. So welcome to the channel, guys. If you are new here, we are a full-time RV travel nurse family. My wife is a travel nurse. I homeschool the kids, and we have traveled to 24 different states so far and over 30,000 miles in the last 2 years and have enjoyed the heck out of it. Seeing the United States, it is awesome. And if you're thinking of doing something like that, you need to consider, are you thinking of moving out of the current state you're in, or like your domicile state, right, where you pay your taxes, all that, where you register your vehicles? If you're gonna move out of your state, you need to pick one of the states that is kind of RV friendly. And if you've done any research at all, then you probably know that Florida, South Dakota, and Texas are the three main states for doing full-time RVing. So who might want to become a member? Well, if you're a full-time RVer, you may want to consider using America's Mailbox in Box Elder, South Dakota. South Dakota happens to be a great state for RVers. They kind of, I wouldn't say that they specialize in it, but they work really well with RVers, allowing you to use a place like America's Mailbox as your address. That is your address. You can put that on your driver's license, on your vehicle registrations, all that stuff, which is great. And they are a mail forwarding service, meaning you could be anywhere in the United States and they'll notify you, depending on the plan that you have, they'll notify you and then send your mail to you wherever you're at. We've used it numerous times in many different states all throughout the United States, and it has worked great. We've got mail anywhere from 3 days to about a week, just depending on where we're at that time. So my family picked America's Mailbox in South Dakota, and I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys the process that it took us to get our driver's license, to register our vehicles, and to do everything that we needed to make South Dakota our new home. So let's go. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go online, unless you happen to be in South Dakota in person at America's Mailbox. They have all the forms and everything you need right there. But if not, different place, different state, go ahead and go onto their website, and that will get you going to where you can sign up. You're going to fill out this application right here. This is the application you have. You're going to fill out all your information. So while you're filling out the application, you need to determine which plan you want to go with. So now's the time you're going to go over the different packages they offer with the different rates. Let's take a little look at it right here. So they have the Bronze package, which is their basic package, which starts at $169 a year. Then it goes to Silver, which is $189. Then it's Gold, $209. Then Platinum at $249. And you end down here at the Titanium Plus for $248.99. So you see this fee right here? This is your suggested postage fund. This is the money that they're suggesting that you put on your account, and that money is used to go ahead and forward you your mail, your packages, whatever you have, because they are a mail forwarding service. So they have suggestions here, like this one on the Bronze is $100 to $150. The Platinum Plus is gonna go ahead and be $250, but those are just suggestions. When I signed up for it, I did $50. So you don't have to do that, you just do what you wanna do. And all of them have a $25 one-time fee, whatever that's for, but they all have a $25 one-time fee. So now that you've seen the different prices on the packages that they offer, I'm gonna make my recommendation. I'm gonna recommend do not go with any package except the Titanium Plus. And the reason is, it's only $80 more a year. A year, not a month, for the whole year. It's only $80 more a year than the basic package. And the features that you get with the Titanium Plus are far better. I had the Silver package at first, and I wasn't getting what I thought maybe I was gonna get. I probably just didn't read it right. Because you don't get mail scanned, you don't get any of that stuff. They don't toss your junk mail. With the Titanium Plus, for again, only $80 more a year, and if you're a full-time RVer and you're traveling, I would sure hope you could afford $80 for the whole year. Anyways, $80 more for the whole year. They now scan your mail. I have a whole separate little app on my phone, and what it does, it notifies me every time we get mail. It shows me exactly what mail I have, like it scans the outside so you can see. So I know all what I have. They toss all the like junk mail, the flyers and little garbage stuff that you get. So you never see any of that. It's only the mail that comes to you. And another feature you can do, it does cost a couple bucks, but they will also go ahead and open your mail. Like if you got something and you're not 100% sure that you need that, you can go ahead and have them open it. They'll scan everything inside and then send you that. And then you get an email and you get to see, oh, okay, yes, I need this, or no, I don't. And then in that app, you let them know what you want to keep, what you want to get rid of. You can have them shred it, all that kind of stuff. But the Titanium Plus package for only $248 a year, and it's only $80 more than the very basic package. They've had really good customer service as well when I call them. They've actually called me before, and I'm thinking, why are they calling me? Well, I went into my mail and I thought it was something else, because when we were signing up for healthcare stuff, we were getting lots of different things from South Dakota, the SD, I forget what it's called. Anyways, I got a bunch of that mail in, and it was all junk mail. So I got some more, I thought. And so I had them to go ahead and throw it away, to go ahead and shred it and get rid of it. On the app, you can go ahead and select what you want them to do, and I selected to get rid of it. Well, I did that. The following day, I got a call. Nice guy called. He said, "Hey, this is so-and-so from America's Mailbox. You said to go ahead and shred this mail that you got, but I wanted to let you know that it's titles to your trailers." And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you very much for not shredding that. I need that. And he said, "Oh, no, it happens all the time." So that's one of the cool things that they do, because I actually did it on a check too. I thought it was junk mail, and there happened to be a refund check for one of our other healthcare things that we had. But anyways, so twice they've reached out to me to say, "Hey, I don't think you want to get rid of this. This is important stuff." And then they'll go ahead and put it back in your mailbox, and then you can decide when you want it to be mailed out. Because depending on where we're traveling, like I might not be able to have any mail right now because I'm in the middle of traveling. I'm not going to be somewhere where I'm going to be for maybe a week to where I can actually receive that mail. So I just leave it in my box, and then when I'm getting close to where I'm going to be, I go on the app in there and I just decide and let them know the date and stuff, and I have it sent out. Very easy, and it makes it very handy. All right, so one of the next things may be your driver's license, if you're going to get a driver's license in South Dakota. If you are, you deal with that in South Dakota. When you get to town, you go to America's Mailbox. You only have to stay one night in South Dakota to be a resident. Isn't that crazy? 24 hours. That's all it is. So you can either stay at an RV park, you can stay at a hotel. You just get a receipt with that address on it, and that qualifies you to become a resident of South Dakota. So America's Mailbox is pretty awesome because they have the RV park with full hookups. You can just stay there as long as you want, 1 day, 10 days, whatever you want to do, you can do that. They also have, I think it's like a little hotel type thing. I'm not sure exactly. I didn't see them. You can stay in as well. You get your receipt. You go over to the DMV and you do that. Now in South Dakota, the DMV takes care of your driver's license. The Treasury Office, I believe, does your registration for your vehicles. So, driver's license, get to South Dakota, stay at America's Mailbox for one night or as many nights as you want. You take your receipt and your paperwork that you became a member, and you have your new custom PMB number, which is your personal mailbox number that they will give you once you become a member. You take that, your current driver's license, your social security card, and your birth certificate, and you go to the DMV. Very, very quick. We're talking by the time I got up there and actually gave them my paperwork, no joke, less than 5 minutes to get my license for me and my wife. We each had to go to a different window. We went up at the same time. Easiest thing I've ever done. I cannot believe how easy it was. It was awesome. Now, I did hear in the past that you had to take a marriage certificate, and we took that as well, but they did not ask for that when we were there. I think we paid like $22 or something around there each. And the coolest thing is they print you out a card right then and there, and you walk out of the DMV with your brand new driver's license. How cool is that? Okay, so now comes probably the longest and hardest part, which is registering your vehicles. Now, it's not hard to register your vehicles in South Dakota if you have the title. If you own all your stuff outright and have the title, easy breezy. I mean, it is so easy to go do, but, if you have a loan on your vehicle, that's where it gets tricky. And it's not South Dakota, it's normally your bank, because you have to give them this form right here. This is your title release form. You need to send this to your bank or whoever has your loan. They need to fill it out and send the title with the paperwork back to South Dakota. South Dakota will not register your vehicles until they have a title in hand. So that was the hardest part for me. I got a hold of my banks that have the loans on my truck and trailer and van. And anyways, it took them forever. Maybe it's because I was in California. I don't know. But it took them forever. It took me 3 months almost to get my truck registration done because California, my bank took forever to get the paperwork done. I kept making phone calls. No one seemed to know where it was. No one knew what to do. They didn't even know what department to transfer me to. It was just like, you kidding me? Who's doing their job? But after a lot of back and forth and following up and whatever, I finally got it. They sent it out, and Pennington County got my information. As soon as they got it, boom, I was ready to go. They notified me as soon as it came in. And we happened to be in Pierce, South Dakota. We made a beeline right over to Rapid City to go back over there so I could get my truck registered. That finally got him. Took long enough. Finally got him. But just a heads up, just letting you guys know, so maybe you won't have quite the headache and the hassle that I did. Nothing to do with South Dakota. It was all on my banks and credit unions and stuff, getting the title and sending it out. So just know that going into that, if you have a loan on your vehicle, get that going, because that's what's going to take the longest out of everything. And just so you know too, if you're out of state and you get that going, you can register your vehicles in South Dakota without being a resident yet, without having a South Dakota driver's license. You don't need to. They will register it under your social security number. I didn't know that, but I found out. So you can actually go online in America's Mailbox. If you choose to have them do it, you have to sign the power of attorney form, and that will allow America's Mailbox to take care of all your registration stuff, your needs for you. They'll be able to do everything. You can be in a different state anywhere, and if you filled out all the paperwork for America's Mailbox and filled out that particular paper, they can now go ahead and act on your behalf, get your registration going. You present them with all your stuff. If you have your title, you send it in to them, they will take care of all of it for you. Now, there is a fee, and I think they charge $75 because I had them do it on the van because that was the fastest. And anyways, they charge $75 to do that for you, but they do take care of everything for you. And you could be in a different state, send it in, they'll get it all taken care of for you. They will then receive your new title and registration, then they will mail it out to you wherever you're at. So that is a cool thing. So if you're planning on going there, but maybe you're not going for a month or two, man, get that stuff started now. Get your stuff sent out if you have a loan on your vehicle, and let America's Mailbox get you all situated. You could have your new title and your new registration with you before you even hit the road to go to South Dakota. Pretty cool. Now, America's Mailbox also has their own in-house insurance for your vehicles and your full-time RV insurance. It's called America's Best Insurance, I believe. We actually use them, and it's through Progressive. Now, I got a quote from them. When we got all signed up, I got a hold of them, said, hey, I want to get a quote for my vehicles, the full coverage, the same coverage I have now, which is pretty good, full coverage insurance. Plus, I want full-time RVers, the full-time living insurance, right? Like, because this is my house, right? And that's what they specialize in. So he gave me a quote, seemed pretty decent, but I wanted to do my own checking to make sure I was getting the best deal I could. So I went online to many different places, and even Progressive, and my quotes were far higher than what he was able to get me. So we signed up through the America's Best Insurance. Perfect. I got all the same coverages. Check this out. I got all the same coverages on my vehicles that I had in California. $1,000 less for the year. $1,000 less for the whole year for the same coverage of insurance. But South Dakota. Good job, South Dakota. Also, my truck, to register my truck, my 3500, my 1-ton dually Ram, $800 in California. $150 in South Dakota. No smog, no vehicle inspection. It can be renewed online. I don't even have to come back. And for your driver's license, you don't even have to come back to the state until 5 years later. 5 years when your license is up, that's the only time you would actually have to come back to the state to renew your license. Other than that, you're set for 5 years. So one cool thing that America's Mailbox does offer is they have this little pre-checklist that you can get off their website once you become a member that lets you know and shows you everything that you need to go ahead and get your stuff registered, what you need for a boat, what you need for your trailer, what you need for all that stuff. And then you see that little section right there? You actually have to take a picture of your little tag on the side of your trailer that shows how much it weighs, like the unladen weight or the dry weight of it. They need a picture of that because that's what they base part of your registration off of when you go to register it. Another reason why South Dakota also works so great for us is, like I said, we are a travel nurse family, and the state of South Dakota is part of the compact license for nurses, meaning if you live in a compact state, right now there's like 35 states or so that all participate in it. And if you have a license in one of those states, you can work in all those other states. Like where we were at before, California, they only do California. They don't go anywhere else. They don't accept anyone else's. They're just California. Anyways, if you belong to a compact state, you can then work. So for a travel nurse, if you're a travel nurse and you're considering doing this, South Dakota is great for that as well. Not only do you get all the benefits with the RV stuff and the registering your vehicle out of state, no smog inspections, all that stuff, but if you become a resident of South Dakota and you're a nurse, now you have a nurse compact license, and now you can go use it in all those other states if you want to go travel around and be a nurse and see the country. And that's what we've been doing. So one more benefit for us to why we chose America's Mailbox in South Dakota. Well guys, I hope that helped you out if you're considering going to South Dakota and possibly America's Mailbox become your South Dakota home state, and maybe you're a travel nurse and want to get your compact license like we did. It works great. If you guys have any questions or comments, please comment below. I'd love to answer them and maybe have some feedback if you become an America's Mailbox, if you're there as well. It would be awesome to talk to someone else that's from America's Mailbox and get your perspective on it as well. Now, if you have kids, I recommend right across the street from America's Mailbox on the other side of the freeway is the Waitiki Indoor Water Park. We've taken our kids there now a couple different times, and it is awesome. It's not that expensive at all. They have 3 big slides, plus a couple other smaller slides, plus a little lazy lagoon and hot tub and stuff. Great little spot if you're in the town and you're visiting right there, you're becoming a member, and you got kids, or even if you don't have kids, go across the freeway to the Waitiki Indoor Water Park. Awesome place. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. It is absolutely free. I make videos like this, RV related, nurse related. I like filming locations and things like that as well. So as we travel around, I come across all kinds of cool stuff, and I've been making videos on it. So please follow along. All right, guys, well, thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. Have a good one.